Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dork side. I'm the Dork on the road, as you can see right here. And today we're going to take this Can Am Outlander 800R out for a ride. That's right, motorcycle rider's perspective on what it's like to ride one of these crazy huge quads. That's right everyone, I am the Dork on the road and I want to be your internet riding buddy. And I'm better than your regular riding buddies because I'm available whenever you want and I come with a mute button. So please consider subscribing and don't forget to turn on those notifications so that you know when I post awesome new dual sport, adventure, and apparently quad content just like this. So this is my dad's 2014 Can Am Outlander. This is an 800R. He just bought it. So those of you who know me know that I make dual sport motorcycle videos, mostly adventure bike videos, and I have almost no quad experience. So if you came to this video expecting a comprehensive review or a rundown of features, well, I would encourage you to maybe click on some of the videos that are suggested over to the side because I don't know a damn thing what I'm talking about. I'm just going to tell you what it feels like to ride one of these if you're a person that just has motorcycling experience. So thumb throttle, crazy, here we go. Wait, gotta put it in gear, it won't go. I've been told. There you are. We're gonna put this thing to the test, mildly. I rode it a little bit earlier, so if you saw the trail riding video from East Fort Rock, where I followed my dad and his friends, and then we swapped for a little bit, this thing is so fun. It has so much power. So much power. But I haven't really done anything technical, just on an open road. And damn, it barely fits. And basically on a road and through a parking lot. So this will be the first anything technical I've had it on at all. So it's interesting to see how the suspension. So on my bike I have to stand up through all this, at least to go through the whoops at any speed. So these sideways whoops are interesting. This thing has very few miles on it, relatively brand new tires. I don't know what he's got the pressure at, but it's so crazy. It feels like you're on a ride at Disneyland. Like the bumps and everything, but you feel like you're pretty safe and you're in a big ride vehicle. I feel like I'm piloting a ride vehicle right now. Like if I close my eyes, this thing would just keep going without me. So I've just got it in two-wheel drive right now, and this thing has insane amounts of power when you really push it. And you can stand up and float like you can. Yeah, you totally can. So I'm standing and letting it move underneath me. Yeah, that works out well. Just like on the bike, so I'm going a lot faster. It's really user-friendly. So we're gonna find out on a few hills and stuff what it's like, but the power is insane. I can't believe how fast this thing goes. Like, it just accelerates. You can spin the tires basically whenever you want. I'm sure that four-wheel drive, it just eats up obstacles like nobody's business. Sitting down, you do get bounced around quite a bit. This thing's got power steering. It's got a very cushy seat. It's so wide. It's very comfortable. It just jostles you a bit if you're sitting down at these speeds. Oh, yeah, sliding the back around is not a problem. We're gonna go right here because left is that hill climb I hate, and I don't want that to be the first thing I do on this. So I'm out by myself, not with the group right now. Oh yeah. What's this thing? It just rips. I'm certain I could jump it. I don't know what the landing would be like. And I feel like, frankly, Dad wouldn't appreciate that when he watches this video. Hi, Dad. Man, standing up though, she just eats it up. It's interesting the difference between this and the motorcycle, which I think, frankly, if you're here, you must have some interest in. But, I mean, you gotta go over everything on this. It really feels like I'm driving a hovercraft or something. On the motorcycle, you can go side to side, try to pick the best line, depending on what you're after. This thing, you just have to go over everything, but it doesn't matter. It just eats it up. Alright, this is the descent I've been concerned about, so let's see how it does. Because you see it's a little technical. How does she do? Oh yeah. It's so weird to be able to just kind of lean and not fall over. I know that sounds stupid, but my oh shit-o-meter goes off because on the bike I'm leaning too far. But on this thing, it would take a miracle to tip it over. Let's not find out, but definitely, and this is no insult, it's just we're talking about comparisons, a lot less work than riding a bike. For sure. Not working it side to side, not pushing it up and down. The bumps, you just go over, you don't feel them as much. It's got great suspension. It's honestly a little stiffer than I was expecting, but that's probably so that you can push it harder than I am right now. So I've spent this whole week riding my DRZ 400 as a point of comparison, and I have a lot of trail riding experience on my CRF 250L, but I don't have a lot of dirt bike experience, so I can't tell you how that compares. Okay, I'm gonna get off this trail and take 4 for a while. Let's cruise for a bit. Power steering is crazy. You just kind of suggest where it should go, and that's where it goes. Thumb throttle's weird to me. I can see how your thumb would get tired, but this one's got a little extension on it, so it makes it a little easier to push. Leave you a little bit more fine control too. I had this thing up to almost 60 out on the road, and it just smooth, just cruises, real pleasant. I don't like that it's exactly the width of the trail, so if you come across someone, you're pretty much going to hit each other, unless somebody sees somebody with a lot of room to spare. Fortunately, there haven't been a lot of people out here today. Yeah, it just eats up the whoops. Man, I was wondering all day how these guys are going through these whoops that I'm having all this trouble having to stand up for, and they don't even notice. Oh yeah, sliding that back around is hella easy. Hella easy. I cut a cookie around Dad 5 minutes after he let me take it. There's a lot of fun here. These things aren't cheap. I don't know what the reliability is like. I think if I was going to buy a quad, it would definitely be Japanese, but that's me. That's my jam. That's my MO. Oh yeah, you can turn real sharp. Whoa! Oh yeah, cutting cookies is no problem. Sorry, Dad. Oh, tight ones too. That's really fun. Really fun. Damn, dude. Yeah, if you stand up, she just eats it up. Suspension is so much better. This power is unbelievable. And it's like you don't worry about it because in the worst case, you're just going to spin, right? These are little whoops at speed. No big deal. Brakes are, that's the first time I've had to use the brake. The compression braking doesn't most of the work for you. Honestly, you have to stay on the throttle unless you want to come to a stop very quickly. So someday, if I ever can't ride bikes, it's good to know I won't have to give up riding trails and stuff. These things, I compare them to, so I've ridden like sport quads too, like I've ridden a Raptor, and this thing, it just feels cushy, comfortable, it just rolls over stuff, it eats up any bumps, or it will make up for any mistakes that you make. It's very forgiving. It's more than forgiving. It's like, it's super confidence inspiring. Anybody could ride one of these. Oh yeah, this thing, pretty badass. You're also not supposed to do this in here, but what are you gonna do? Not go sideways? Please. Alright, back on the trail. Get the sun behind me. Yeah, you can steer with the back pretty easy. Yeah, man, it just cruises. And it's so, like, there's instant amazing amounts of power when you want it. Yeah, getting a little bit of, taking a little rougher, and it's just, the suspension's just eating it up. And this is two-wheel drive still. Haven't even touched four-wheel. I feel like this thing climbed a tree in four-wheel. Probably would. It's a little wide to stand up on. It's not uncomfortable, just way wider than I'm used to. Just gotta bend your knees a little. Oh, yeah, skiddy. Braking quickly is difficult. As you can see, you get yourself a little bit of a cloud. This is my first Canadian power sports vehicle I've ever ridden. So go Canada. This is where I cut that cookie. See how tight it is? Look, that's my cookie. It's tight as hell. Man, I almost fell in that hole. Good thing I didn't. Yeah, I'm not even pushing it, like, just eats it up. I could see get myself in a lot of trouble on one of these out here because you can go really fast and you cannot stop really fast at all. So if you ever get a chance to ride one, I'd encourage you to take it. Let's take this bank corner. Ooh, bank corner. Those are a lot more fun on the motorcycle. I don't feel like I'm leaning at all. Oh yeah, you want to course correct with the throttle? Just blip it, no big deal. Yeah. Like I said, it feels like a ride vehicle at Disneyland. Like that's the best. If you've ridden one, you know what I'm talking about. Particularly like the dinosaur or Indiana Jones ride, where it kind of levels and rumbles, but it's always right where it's supposed to be. That's what it feels like. The damn thing feels like it's on rails. It just goes exactly where you want it to. So if somebody that for whatever reason can't ride a motorcycle, physical reasons or whatever, if they want to get out and do this trail riding stuff, highly recommend one of these. And something like this, a 4-wheel drive, power steering, not like a Banshee or a Raptor, something that's going to shake you to pieces, that's more like a motorcycle with an extra set of wheels. This thing is a pleasure cruise compared to those. But those are a hot rod. This is a Cadillac. Alright, here's that shitty uphill that I'm nervous about. She'll just eat it up. We'll just go slow. No problem. I can't see because I'm in the sun. Yeah, it's just a big rock right there. Oh my god. This thing's been jostling me all over on my bike all day and yesterday. And this thing just crawls up it like a spider. But I'm almost back to camp, so those are my thoughts on basically what it's like to ride a big 4-wheel drive quad. But the 2014 Can Am Outlander 800R specifically is what this one is. So if you have questions, I mean, I can try to answer them, but I'm definitely not a quad expert. But I want to say thanks for watching, thanks for coming along. If you liked the video, you enjoyed it for even 1 second, if you want other people to see how inept I am at riding a quad, hit that like button, because it makes YouTube shows it to more people when you do that, and it really helps the channel, really helps me out. I appreciate that support. And also, if you want to go over and above and beyond like the most amazing people on earth, you could become a patron. Check out that link. Thanks, patrons. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this sort of out of the ordinary video for me. And please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!
Get out of my way, bird. Big whoops, big whoops. No whammies, no whammies. Oh, deer, deer! Oh, 2 point. It's a forked horn. Best after credits ever. I bet you can't see it. Man, he jumped right over that fence. I bet this sun is screwing you out of this view. That was awesome. I definitely got the front end up off that.